We gotta talk about this whole situation that's been going on. Where do I even begin? I mean, I guess we can start like this. So, I had a little talk with somebody who explained the situation to me a little bit better than my peanut brain could understand it. So, I mean, this whole time, I've been trying to right a wrong when I didn't even understand the wrong in the first place. So, I put out an apology video, and I wanted to apologize for a joke that I made. And I think, honestly, I think people accepted the apology itself. But there's this little thing called accountability that completely went over my head that I was not really understanding until today. So I'm taking accountability for stuff that I didn't really realize was going to happen. I had no idea this was going to blow over like the way that it did. I'm just the guy that plays video games, right? I don't look at myself as some beacon of light or some person who has any say in the community. I'm just little old Tacho, man. I don't feel like I have a big community. There's so many better Fate Supers than me. We got PM1. We got Promise. We got Levin. We got up-and-comers like Oblivion Knight. We got also Phaeology. They're killing it, man. They remind me of me when I came back during that pandemic thing where I was putting out a video a day. I had that drive and I had determination to really just build a successful and fun channel. And I was really busting my ass to put out all those videos and just try to help people, spread fun, spread joy, have a good time. And that's what I see in some of these new coming Fate Supers, right? So it never really dawned on me that people look at me as something more than the way that I look at myself. And I don't know, man. I took that for granted, I guess. I should be more responsible. It's not in my nature, unfortunately. It really should be. I'm not very educated about topics like politics. I stay as far away from politics as I can. I play video games. That's what I do. I go to work. I exercise. I go for a jog in the morning. I come home. Just shower off, have some breakfast, then straight to work. I work from home. I'm pretty lucky I get to do that, so don't really have to go out of my way to get anywhere. Then I have my dinner after work. If sometimes I don't even have dinner. You can ask Wiley about that. I'm always skipping dinner. But yeah, that's just it. And then if I have spare time, I try to play some games, have some fun, spread some cheer, spread some joy, but that's absolutely not what I ended up doing. And this thing called accountability that I brought up earlier, it's got nothing to do with me and my actions, which I always hold myself responsible for anything I do. I'm a very honest person. If I do something wrong, I try to own it and make amends. But I didn't really realize the actual gravity of the situation. So I should have realized that when I was doing the apology video. I was trying my best to keep everything civil, reading through comments and responding to comments, replying to people, trying to keep it in a controlled environment where it's not getting out of hand. But very quickly it escalated and I had to turn the comments off. And it's not even because people were attacking me. but people were attacking others. It was just like hell had broken loose in the comment section. Everyone was killing each other at each other's throats, and that's not at all what I intended to spread with my apology video. So yeah, that, I mean, a big mistake, right? Like, hindsight is 2020. I couldn't have possibly known that was going to happen. I told people, specifically said in the video, that I don't need anyone to defend me or speak for me or anything like that. And I really appreciate that people were inspired to do that. But, and not to say everyone was negative. Like, there were people that were actually quite positive. They responded pretty well. But not everyone was. And some people were very hurtful in their defense of me and came off as hurting other people. And that's not at all what I wanted to spread. So, yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. I think now I have a much better understanding of what actually happened, so now I can really say that I am sorry. And in that same light, I'm not making any mistakes like that again. I can assure you I've had my fill of stupid jokes, which, again, people are going to say I'm saving face, but I really genuinely just intended that to be a wordplay joke. I didn't intend it to be like anything worse. And again, like I said, I think people accepted that apology, but what they didn't like was also where things went after that, and that's where I wasn't aware of the gravity of the situation. So now that I know, I just want to say one thing to everybody. Just spread joy, spread happiness. Like, we're not here on this planet to kill each other. Just have a good time. Enjoy each other's company. Just think back. Like, you ever had a best friend growing up and just remember the first time you played with them, you had fun, had a good time? I remember my first best friend when I was in first grade. We read this book together. It was the Owl book. I can't even remember what it was called, but we read the book. We laughed. It was very funny. I can't remember in exact detail the title of the book, but that's not what matters. It's just that at the time for me, that was the most exciting thing. And that's all that anyone needs to know. Like, you have more fun in the company of others than you have making enemies out of each other. So just spread some joy, man. Just be happy. Treat others well. Don't be disrespectful, because you don't want to be disrespected yourself. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, The Secrets of Dumbledore. It's Fantastic Beasts. Pretty recent movie. I saw it not too long ago on HBO, and you know, there's this scene right at the end where the Qilin actually walks over to Dumbledore and chooses him. The way that the Qilin works is that it sees into the soul of people, and it can see the goodness and the light inside of them. And it saw that light and goodness in Dumbledore. So it bowed to him and chose him to be the next ruler of the wizarding world, or whatever you want to call it. And Dumbledore declined. He did not want that type of leadership. It's not in his nature, and I guess something like that can apply to me. Like, I'm not a leader. I'm really not. I'm an uneducated person who just plays video games. Yeah, I went to college, but college didn't prepare me for any of this, right? And it doesn't help that I stay in the dark on politics and yada yada yada. That's not my forte. I have a master's in Pokemon, if that matters to anyone. I'm a dork. I'm a loser. Like, what do I know about anything, right? So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. I just wanted to give that genuine apology. Just have a little real spit with y'all. hopefully this clears the air. Hopefully people are less inclined to be malicious and just be nice to each other. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much. Just we're here to just play Fire Emblem Heroes. We're not here to make statements about politics or anything. Just keep it gameplay based, man. Just have fun. That's it. All right, take care, y'all.